Hey everyone, Michelle Gomez here for another recap. I wanted to give you an update. Pretty much for the whole month of February, it was a great month. First of all, special shout out to my brother for getting married. So Mr. and Mrs. Cheatham West, I wish you nothing but love, peace, blessing, happiness, and success on this new journey y'all have created. Chris and Alyssa, I love you and God bless. So shout out to y'all. Wow, so where do I begin? For the month of February, it was a great month. It was a easy, steady month. I am teaching right now at Remington College, so I haven't even had my 4-week break that I was slated to have. But the movement continues, right? So I think the first thing that is so important and ecstatic is the fact that ever since I started podcasting, a whole new world has opened up to me regarding online marketing. And there's a lot of things that come under the online marketing / info marketer umbrella. And one thing, I've invested in a lot of courses, books, products, masterminds over the past 2 years. But last month, one thing that came to me was, Michelle, you've invested into a lot of these programs, but what about some of the African American online marketers / influencers that are highly successful, that they're doing their thing, they're making a path? Why don't you spend some money in that direction? So it crossed my mind. I didn't know what that looked like, who it was going to be, but it was just something I wanted to be conscious about this year of 2017. Keep in mind, once again, this crossed my mind in February. And lo and behold, it's like as soon as that popped in my mind, Paul Brunson, entrepreneur, formerly had a successful matchmaking agency, a TV host for One World, that's through TV One, has worked closely with Oprah, very successful entrepreneur and family man. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him 2 years ago through my podcast. And this month, he created a mentoring group consisting anywhere from 60 to 80 people. He did a video, had the application. I was so excited. I filled out the application, and I'm happy to say that I'm a part of his mentoring group. So I'm in the beginning stages. We just had an orientation, and we're going to meet starting on the 10th. I'm going to meet with that group for 20 weeks. And my mentor is going to be Carla Harris, another successful entrepreneur, speaker, and author. This is my first time hearing her. And it's funny because when I went to her website, I know I've seen her picture before, but now I'm knowing who she is. I bought 2 of her books, so I'm looking to catch up to her work. And more than anything, I'm looking forward to this opportunity. So I'm in a group with 9 other people, and we're going to meet, I believe, every other Friday for the next 20 weeks. And we're just going to see, right? This is Paul's first time putting this group together. So I have no problem being in that beta tester mode. I actually prefer that. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited. I feel like this is something that I need. And I feel like as soon as I thought it and I spoke it, it manifested immediately. And I've been following Paul for over 2 years now. So just to consider him like a virtual mentor and having the chance to interview him, and now this, I'm just, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. Like, thank you. And then so many other things that fall under that. So the next 20 weeks, I'm definitely going to give you some recaps on how I'm benefiting, what I can share with you, and just the overall journey of being a member of Paul Brunson's mentoring group. The second good thing that happened in February was a colleague of mine. She's an attorney. She reached out to me via email, and she said, hey, I'm part of this organization, and I do believe that you will be a good candidate for our board. And I was like, wow, absolutely blown away. Once again, another opportunity I wasn't necessarily considering, but I will say this. I had a chance to interview J. Kelly Hoey, speaker and author, networking extraordinaire. She recently released a book called Build Your Dream Network. and we had a great conversation on my podcast. And the biggest takeaway that I got from her was diversifying your network. Lots of times when we think of diversity, we think about black, white, maybe male, female, maybe education. But those are the two things, right? Race and gender is the first thing that comes to mind when we think about gender. And she really broke it down beyond that, right? It's about socioeconomic status, business school, law school, maybe no school. There's so many things that come under the diversity umbrella. And I learned that from her, and then to fast forward and this opportunity to come up, it was great. I have served on the board before. They have been with African American organizations. Great experience. Of course, I plan to continue to do that. But now I'm on the board of LiftFund, the Young Professional Board for LiftFund. And LiftFund is a nonprofit organization that supports small business owners when it comes to micro lending. And I feel like this is an important space for me at this time as I'm looking to, one, diversify my network, two, but continue to make a name for myself within the Houston business space. And this is really going to be able to expand my platform among new faces in Houston. So grateful for that opportunity, grateful for them to consider me, thinking that I have one to be recommended. Look, the most important thing is you have to put value. You constantly have to put value. You never know who's looking, who's paying attention to you. And even if you meet that person one time and then you connect on social media, the content, the things that you put out on social media are a reflection to you. And how are you adding value? What are the inspirational quotes that you're stating, right? How are you helping people? The content overall, whether it's blogging, podcasting, audio clips on Clamor or any of these platforms. Are you able to share advice? Are you one of those people that know before I even open my mouth to speak, you have to pay me? Well, you haven't shared anything overall in general in order for me to even consider the fact of paying you for a consultation. And in this case, it's serving the greater Houston community. So that's pretty much been my February, the wedding, the mentoring group, the new board position. So everything is new. Everything is in the beginning stages. So I still have time and a ways to go to get acclimated. But more importantly, I'm just humbled by these opportunities that you just never know what's going to come across your path. And you have to be open. You have to be open to opportunity. But more importantly, you have to make sure that opportunity falls in line with your values. Look, I believe in you. I thank you for following me on this journey. And stay tuned because there is more to come. I promise you, there is more to come. A personal connection leads to an influential network. Thanks for networking with Michelle.